I like to play as well. Under Total J in the building on a Thursday.
Yeah.
J, the Total J doesn't come out often, but he likes to play. Tell me why.
Yeah, this is a playoff style type of game. First off, you look at the last 10 matchups from these teams. Now, the Warriors have absolutely dominated. They've won 10 straight matchups versus the Houston Rockets, but the under has actually been a good play as well. The under is 4-1 in their last 5 matchups. It's 7-2 in their last 9 matchups. And then it's 6-2 in their last 8 matchups, and then 7-3 in to the under in their last 10 matchups. The Warriors also been playing really great defense. They've been holding teams to an average of 102 points. That's what their defensive rating has been over this 5-game win streak, and the unders have went 4-1 over their stretch as well. Listen, both of these teams are going to be playing. This is a playoff game, like literally. This is almost like a play-in game before the play-in tournament. If the Rockets want to have any chance of making a play in, they got to win this game. They play really great defense at the house, and the Warriors, like I said, they saw what Torrey Eason said. Like, Warriors come out and play. They want to go out here and get this win as well. So both teams I see really high defensive intensity in this game. We don't really see that anymore, but this game might not get past 220. I just feel like this is going to be a rock fight. Both teams just throwing haymakers. The defense is going to be at a high. We know that the refs haven't been calling a ton of fouls anymore as well. So this is a playoff style type of game. Every possession is going to matter. I like the under in this game, and we've already seen it and get hit. I took some 228. It's going down to 227.5, 226.5. This might close like 220, 225, and I'd still take the under here. I don't see it get past 220 points. This is a defensive rock fight type of game versus two teams that's been playing their best defensive basketball this season here. So give me under in the playoff game here.
Golden State Warriors 14-22 to the under on the road this year. I agree with Jay. This is a little. If Houston loses this game, it's all but over for the season on them trying to make the playoffs via the play-in. That push they made coming down the stretch here is for not Jalen Green, even though that's a good story. Offensively, him playing a lot better. It's for not, at least if we're talking team ball. I do agree with Jay. This should be a very high, intense game. And also, if Houston, a team that plays really well on defense at home and overall at home this year, Golden State's been playing a handful of games here that have been high intensity, trying to separate themselves from Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Now they got to go down to Houston, coming off some tough games the last 10 days or so. So, yeah, I agree. This is going to be a grinded out, tough game. 228 is heavy. I do like this spot. AC, the analyst, Capper, Albert Wynn, any thoughts?
Yeah, that's why I like Houston. It's not an official play. It might be tomorrow, but I think they're the more desperate team. And I think Jay mentioned this a couple weeks ago, like narrative betting, right? Like, we're not saying games are fixed. We're not saying there's a conspiracy. But if the Rockets win tomorrow night, the race is going to be a lot closer, right? Because they're 3 games out right now, plus a tiebreaker. So it's truly 4 games out. They lose that game, it's pretty much over. You're going to start seeing the Warriors. I don't know how close they are to number 9. Yeah, they're 2 games behind LA. If the Lakers start winning as well, like, you're going to see Warriors start resting guys because they already have 10 locked up. NBA doesn't want that. They want to see these teams play all 82 games. So I think the Rockets, they're going to grind it out. They're going to make it really physical. The Warriors, even though they've been playing really, really awesome defense, they've been playing kind of soft teams. Charlotte, Spurs. I know they did beat Dallas Mavericks the other night, but Dallas plays really, really slow anyways. So it's not like they're playing like a run and gun type of offense. But their defense with Draymond Green has stepped up a lot since his return. So I like that spot. I like that look for Jay.
Couple interesting trends here. The Warriors have covered the spread in 11 of their last 12 games as road favorites. The Rockets have lost the first half in each of their last 5 games. The Warriors have won 12 in a row versus the Rockets as well. I know Jay brought that up previously on a different Buckets pod, but yeah, they've had their number. Playoffs are starting early for the Houston Rockets if they don't get this game. And the one thing I do trust with Ime Udoka is to express how big of a spot this is for these guys. There's a lot of young guys on that squad, but I think Ime will relay the message that, this is a must-win game here at home against the against the Warriors, even and almost. And I don't want to be the guy that's starting to talk about looking ahead, but like Ime coming into Houston is resetting the culture and resetting everything about that franchise. This is a game that you must show up and play hard. And if I just don't see them showing up against the team that they need to beat to get to that 10 and rolling over and not showing up and showing up in a very high intensity way. And if this script goes how we think it's going to go, that's how they've been playing all year at home in these spots. So this is the ultimate Rockets home ball spot, and they should show up and play that way.